Bebop.
Alrighty. Fidgeting with Instagram here. And we'll get started. There we go. Alright. I have no plan coming in. Let's see. Well, I got the 8 men out. Alright. Oh man, I kind of zoned out there. I forgot I'm listening to Conan's podcast. It's one of my favorites. John C. Riley's on. Yeah, so this is the 8 men out from the World Series that was fixed. So I don't remember all of their names, but let me see. I've got the book around here somewhere. But yeah, I saw the pictures and I thought they were cool. Interesting. But yeah, so like Shoeless Joe Jackson, the most famous, but it's the 8 men that threw the 1919 World Series. But I love the way that layout looks, so I thought I'd do my version. Yeah, I saw the pictures and it just, I don't know, it looked so epic. Like, a lot of pieces I'll make just because, for the most part, they hang out in my space for a little bit. Not always, sometimes they go, but I was like, I would love for that to hang out a little bit. I know, yeah, the it it totally looks like mugshots. That's what I don't know. I might just start. I like this format. I know I did a square one of Ricky Henderson on all the 9 teams. I might like do another one but bigger. But yeah, layout and graphics is something that always draws my eye. That's why I mess with baseball cards so much. Cards in general, I guess. Yeah, the other names I'm just not as familiar with, but I thought this guy kind of looked Nosferatu like. Yeah, that's a good idea. Team Legends. I'd mess with that. I don't know. Like I really like. I'm enjoying the hell out of this one, and so. I get the feeling I'll. It's not the end. Like I like the 8 piece, so I gotta make. I gotta work on some lists tomorrow. Or feel free to propose some. Yeah, I like the Team Legend idea. Like I've been wanting to do more cubbies. That's where I was born. The like yeah, Cardinals. Do Cardinals, man. Some Wizard of Oz. I don't know. I'm weird in that I just like sport. Of course, I'll root for my Cubbies, but yeah, City Connect unit. No, I haven't seen that. But yeah, this dude straight up looks like a priest or something. It's weird. I love that about vintage photograph. The stem use. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I I've never done that. There's like so many cards that I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get to everything I want to kind of remake. But yeah, that was one that had been on my list. So you live in St. Louis? Yeah, I moved from Chicago when I was I was 4. I'd go back a lot in the summer. Okay, cool. I don't think I've ever been to St. Louis. I've been to a lot of places in the States, but yeah, it looks dope. I'm not kind of like that. Looks like a scar. This is a cool thing. You can rewrite reality. Yeah, Wrigley's awesome. But yeah, you're right. Now I did catch back in the day, a Maguire Sosa game at Wrigley. That was awesome. Like people talk smack about the steroid era, but it was fantastic to watch. I don't know. That was very cool. Because, yeah, Cardinals fans were in packs, and it was cool to see the blue and the red. But Wrigley's just funny. I remember another game it was against Milwaukee. And there's like one Milwaukee fan in our section. And what I like about there's like they're giving him crap, but like it was fun. It wasn't mean. So Sox Cubs. I've been meaning to do a big hurt. I don't think I've ever. Well, I've done a few commissions, but I've never. Like I've been doing those. That's probably what I'll do. I got this bigger one. I've been doing these big league chewing cards, chewing gum cards. So that's what I'll put on there. I think some big hurt. Heckling's good fun, man. As long as it don't get too mean. I stopped wearing like sports stuff out in public. It's like, man, I do not want this much dialogue. Especially if it's at night and people have been drinking. It's like, yeah. I'll reserve it for games in studio. But now, a while back, I got somebody sent me. They bought a seat from Old Comiskey, so I got to paint Carlton Fisk on it. Came out awesome. I'm not sure if I photographed that. I know it was in a few of my videos, but that's what happens with commissions. I'm like in a hurry to get them out. Yeah, for sure. Well, actually, I read about it first in a book when I was little, and then I read the book um, by Ray Kinsella, which I think isn't it Shoeless Joe? I think it's just called that. And then I saw the film. But yeah, classic. I was a weird kid that read a lot. It's because I was my sister wasn't born till I was 9, so yeah, books were my friends. Yeah, man, I was so stoked. I think it's funny when somebody approaches me with something like that. Like, would I be interested? I'm like, hell yeah. But yeah, it's cool. This way, it just came in the mail. I'm like, I'd kind of forgotten about it, because he was waiting on something. And then like I opened it up. I'm like, oh man, there it is. Yeah, yeah. I guess. Well, I started with wrestling for sure. I think that shows pretty heavily in my work, but then was baseball, and then I ambled around the other sports. I don't get to watch much lately. Fatherhood is rough on the extracurriculars. Maybe it's the girl. It's funny because they used to like my kids are little, and they used to be like, yeah, let's watch baseball, and then we'd watch like a few minutes, and they're like, okay, can we change it? Like, they're the boss. Even if I tried to watch it, it's like, it's just chaos with them. This is like my quiet time. That's why. That's why I'm up this late. Yeah, see yeah, I was really, I always geeked out like on players. Yeah, you're right. It is just part of the culture of watching it. Yeah, really, what got me into it was like card collecting, because like I remember that I changed schools a lot, and I got to this one, and they were trading cards, so I went and bought a pack, and then I started watching games, and it was fascinating to me to like see the players on the cards like play. And then like to go see them live, that was like insane. I didn't get to do that a lot, but when I did, it's like wow. I think that's funny. Nah, man, I live in the DFW area in Texas now, but we moved to Houston when I was 4. So yeah, I've been away a long time. But yeah, I used to go back a lot. Maybe when the kids get older, make some trips. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'd like to take my kids to Wrigley. That'd be cool. I think even if you're not a baseball fan, that's it's an experience. Yeah, yeah, just how, just the feel of that place. I think it's funny they didn't get lights till like 88, 89. But yeah, my kids are, I've got twin 7-year olds and a 9-year old. Oh, nice. Yeah, my son, I guess, is 18 months older than the twins. I still am in shock. It's still crazy to me. I always thought twins happened to other people, but it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. They're born with this companion. Let's see here. Might let this one breathe a little bit. His face is a little complicated. Need time to ponder it. Nah, they're fraternal. Like people, yeah, people sometimes have trouble telling them apart, but I think they're pretty different. Let's see here. I'll look up some big heart photos. Let's see. Let's see here. Hey man, they should. Shoot, that'd be awesome. I think this is the problem. I've looked up Frank Thomas before. It's like never seem to find a picture I like. I'll try this one. This one. I need to look at some of those sets. Been slacking. And as far as cards, I kind of fixated on wrestling cards. I think because there's not as much attention on them, makes it a little more fun. Yeah, I don't know either. After a while, they'll stick. Right, it's a good start, I think. And get that red stripe out of the way. Bah. Dang it. That works. And let a brush dry out. I am rough on my brushes. You know what? Well, I still want to lighten that. Yeah, St. Louis sounds cool, man. I guess usually when I've traveled, it's been for work. Back when I was a photographer, but I just never made it out there. Oh, that's very cool. I love a free museum. When I lived in Houston, the see, I don't get to do museums much anymore, but um, the Contemporary Museum was always free. That probably influenced me a lot because the art was always like amazing and not never what you associated with an art museum growing up. I think, but yeah, I was a regular there, and then in college, like I went through their photography school, and you got a free membership to the Museum of Fine Arts, so that was cool. All right, so, all right, Big Hurt. Let's dig in a little more. Dang, that's awesome. It definitely ain't free here. I went with my kids. I was like, dang, it's like a $300 day. Not that that was the admission, but it's like, but just between it all. I was surprised, like the food was okay. Oh, nice, man. Yeah. When did you get your degree? When did you finish? Where are you looking at moving? Nah. Well, we all get in trouble. Believe me, you. Austin, nice. Man, Savannah's really pretty. Yeah. I got to go there a long time ago. I dug it. It felt like New Orleans, but like chiller. I don't know if that makes sense. That's what it felt like. I guess yeah, like without the constant party, it was just really pretty. Yeah, nice. Is it that haunted? Dang, I didn't know that. I was there briefly, but I dug it. Where'd that brown go? Nice. Yeah, I didn't know that. Huh. I know downtown Houston had some haunted places. It's funny because I used to I worked photography like nightlife stuff, and so there's a couple of bars are supposed to be haunted, and so on our off nights there's this quiet one called Char Bar, and we go there, and the owner's name's Mike, and this older guy who'd been there a long time. Like his bar was cool because it had he was a tailor, so he made suits for people. But then he had the bar because the bar made more money. Go figure. But we asked him about the ghost, and he's like, "Hey, no fucking ghosts." Like they're making that up. It's like I've been here for years. It cracked me up. But then you talk to some of the other people that work in places. They're like, yeah, I don't know. It's like they describe stuff. It's like, yeah, spooky. All right, let's see. Now that gnarly paint's still around, let's use it. I think. Nah, it's dry. You're out of here. I do. I think it's I listened to Fly on the Wall. It's Dana Carvey and David Spade. I forget which one of them is like a ghost person, but yeah, they're like everybody has a ghost story. And yeah, I have one where um my grandfather died when I was 12. Like very like I took it hard, and so my mom had said that she had smelled So he was a tailor. Just funny. I was just talking about the other guy. But and so I have the board. He had like this. There's a piece of wood, really, but that's where he would iron the stuff he was working on. And when he would iron, it had a very distinct smell, right? And so he passes away. We come back home because the funeral was in Guatemala. And both my mom and my dad say that they smelled the ironing board. And I was fascinated by that. So I'm like, talking to my grandpa, my dead grandpa. And I said, you know what? Like, what's up? Pretty much like, why did you come say hi to me? And then I came home from school one day and there was the damn smell. And it both spooked me out and made me happy, you know? So yeah, I think there's something. But I don't think there was any at Char Bar. I think Mike was telling the truth. They didn't like Mike, maybe. Uh, but yeah, I think they're right. Everybody has a ghost story. Yeah, it was cool. A little spooky, but yeah. Oh, see, smells. Interesting. I've never heard anybody else talk about because that's similar. But it's funny, like you hear something like that and you like feel less alone. I don't know. I guess I don't really talk about that a lot to many people, but yeah, it comes up once in a while. Usually when people are like talking about ghost stories. But yeah, that's really been my only encounter. I know, but then like sometimes I remember my parents were kind of house shopping, or they were house shopping because I moved here in 2016, and they wanted to be closer to me and the kids, and so sometimes when they go look at a house with a realtor, I'd go with them. So they saw this one, and they brought me, and we left, and I said, yeah, not that one. It just had this vibe, and I don't know what it was, but it was spooky, and I felt like this weird. I don't know. No smells, but huh, it still spooks me. Like something messed up happened here. Like don't live there, please. And they didn't. They agreed, even though the price was okay. Interesting. Yeah, see, I've heard of stuff like that. I never experienced anything like that, but yeah. Is that like some of the stuff you want to film? Or are you just open to work? I think that would be neat. Yeah, so it freaks you out. All right. I gotta bring Daryl home here. He's been hanging out too long. The Simpson pieces usually I've been doing them fast, but Daryl has taken me a little while. I don't know why. Oh wow, that's cool. How'd you get into film? I got into cameras because of an uncle that would. I just always loved the way he took pictures when I was a kid, and it got me really interested in cameras. It was weird because like that wasn't my major, but like in college I developed a client list, and so when I graduated, yeah, I had a business. I went to work in a dark room as well, but this is old school. I shoot everything on my phone now. Nice. It's funny. My girls, I taught them like basic editing, like on the they have iPads, and so they're always making films, and it's funny because they're little, but like I see it keeps getting better. It makes me happy. Shoot, I wish I had that as a kid. Yeah, nice. yeah, there was my uncle with photography, but also I like music and I like records and I like looking at the artwork. And it was kind of like that. It's like I could do that, and it turns out I could. But yeah, then it went digital, and I just wasn't as interested at some point. I was like, man, I'm a desk guy now. And then I collaborated with a painter, and like that changed my life. And then all the people that knew me for photos were still think I'm insane because I was doing really well. And yeah, I was just like, nope. But I don't know. I think to me it's like about the medium. So it also doesn't have to be paint. I don't know, even like making this stuff and working multimedia. It makes me understand that it's all expression. But yeah, I am enjoying, I guess, this stage of my career. Yeah, cool. Is it? Does he narrate it? Because it's so much better. Like I started listening to Greg Graff and Bad Religion, and he narrates part of it, but then somebody else does, and then I feel like I lose interest, and I stopped listening to it. The thing is, yeah, it's fine. It's just I don't know. I'm not somebody that like wants stuff. Like now I have my kids and I want stuff for them, but it's more like experiences. So it has made me like more business conscious. But prior to that, I didn't need anything, man. Like I was, yeah. It didn't matter. I would just work on anything, and the money, it didn't matter. The kids will change that, but even then, it's like I feel like it's important for me to set the example that if they want to do something just because they like it, they should. Because yeah, I mean, I don't know, I see a lot of people around me that they're not happy. I'm gonna listen to that Flea one. I listened to the No Effects book. That was that was wild. I listened to Dave Grohl's. Yeah, I had resisted because like growing up, I read books, and it's not the same as reading books because I do believe it's a different muscle, but it's still freaking cool, especially when it's the person narrating. I think that's awesome. But yeah, but yeah, I kind of started that recently too. I think it was the No Effects book because, well, see, that was fun because like on some of them they had guest readers like Tommy Chong and Jello Biafra. But yeah, there's a cool Chili Pepper story in a No Effects book, or related. Yeah, that's true, huh? It makes sense for like Flea if you're reading it in Flea's voice, right? Then yeah, that's interesting. Cassie's Daryl's still too dark. I think that brown's just drying down hard. All right, let's fix this. I need to get more small canvas. Let's blow through canvas, man. Damn voices in my head. What makes you skeptical about them? All right. Well, let's do. Let's see. It's almost done. Uh, like I said, I don't get to watch much, but I'd probably give those a watch. I had all these subscriptions. I'm like, why am I paying for these? That reminds me of this one guy's like, man, after the fifth season, he's talking about Walking Dead. I think he's like, I was done. So somebody we were, in a group, and he's like, man, I thought you were gonna say, man, after the first season, I was done. But you're like, yeah, that's deep. You're in it. Yeah, I'll watch stuff like knock on wood there when I get sick, but I haven't gotten sick in a while. Only when I'm forced to lay still. Whoa, you went to the Stanley Hotel? Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy awesome. So does it still looks the same or that's pretty cool. Let's see. I think we're gonna go this way. Huh. Interesting. God, that was such a good film. I remember as one of my siblings, they would do midnight shows in Houston at this theater. And so we went to go see that. And in the middle of it, I think the reel started disintegrating or it was glitching. And so it's when Nicholson's at his typewriter, like gets up and is freaking out. And it was it's like, wait, I don't remember this part. And yeah, they fixed it, but it was it was intense. I miss those shows. That was a cool theater. I know they were trying to close it. I don't know if they did. No, I should get that. Let's see. No, I should keep track of this mic. Okay, we're good. I run out of juice on this thing. Oh wait, Letterboxd. Yeah, my brother and I, we need to get on it, but we want to do a little a movie podcast. It's called Real Brothers Talking Reels. We got the I got the theme song for it or the drop. Memento. Nice. All right, it's downloading. That's cool. But yeah, that'll come in handy for that. 25. I'm sure I've seen over 2,500, but most of that's probably vintage. I don't really get to see much. And if I do, it's probably an older movie that I'll watch. I was making an effort there for a little bit. But yeah, that's why I wanted to do the podcast with them, because then it would force me to watch them. Because I love film. I used to go a lot. But it's fun with my kids, because like the other day they wanted to watch Gremlins. It's like, hell yeah. And I haven't seen that in forever. But they were curious because, like, the family pets, like within my family, I've probably named all of them. And one of them, my brother's cat, is Mogwai. And they wanted to know why. And so, the 70s was classic, man. Like, yeah. They just, I feel like you could feel the thoughtfulness in so many of them. Like, everything just mattered so much. I think that's a lot of, like what Wes Anderson took. Uh, like, all of those changes are weird, you know? Even, yeah. But it's cool to, like, especially watching my kids. You know, when they were little, it was all they wanted to watch was Toy Story. And if anything looked any different, they didn't want it. They didn't want to watch it. But lately they've been watching, like, the old Disney. I don't think I ever saw The Iron Giant. I might watch that with them if they'll sit still. Results vary. It wasn't, but I think it's kind of awesome that that's documented that way. Yeah, it's like watching something like Jumanji. Yeah, Jumanji was awesome. But if you look at the graphics in it, it's so funny. All right, Daryl. All right, yeah. Your Odyssey is over almost. Let me see. Even like I look at like one of my favorites is Pee Wee's Big Adventure. But it's also like Tim Burton. Those early films are amazing because of what he was able to do without like effects, the way they evolved. Whereas like back when I saw them, it was like mind blowing. But Edward Scissorhands, I love. I love that all that was built. But again, it's cool that it's there. It's documented. That's what's really cool about film. Yeah. I don't know that film. I have to look that up. I do want to see the new Beetlejuice. That was on my rotation of. we used to we used to bootleg the VHS, and so we had Pee Wee, we had Beetlejuice for sure. I think Edward Scissorhands was always checked out, so I didn't get to see that till way later. Or maybe I wasn't watching as much. I was a little older. Dude, yeah, Birdman was amazing. Michael Keaton's amazing. Oh man. Yeah, really. Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, because he was great in that. Are they still doing the Hulk film? Oh, that's cool. Like, I think it's cool that art can do that in general. Uh-oh. This Mike wants to give. I gotta think here. Let me see. I got this short cord. I'm just gonna have to be careful. I don't always remember to charge these things during the day. Somehow I acquired too much responsibility. Yeah, well, they no, I mean Hulk Hogan. I remember there was talks of that, but then I don't know if they were making it. I like the She-Hulk thing. That was cool. I got to see that. Cool. We'll come back to these guys. You know what? I'm gonna do a Cardinals piece. I'll start the grids and figure out who's on them tomorrow. Who makes the cut? Ozzie Smith, of course. It's damn usual. Um, oh, I didn't know that. Man, I listened to The Rock on Joe Rogan, and I wanted my time back. I guess he couldn't talk about anything, so it was just like there was a few wrestling parts that were cool, but man, that was a dud. work on that tomorrow. Let me go on drinks. Let's see. Let me write that down. Does that work? Hell yeah. That's what I was afraid of with that mic. Arrgh. Alright. It's getting late though. Let's see. Slaughter. Yeah, Bob Gibson for sure. So yeah, I need 8. Halfway there. Stan the Man. I think. Where are you, phone? So I'll probably scoot in a little bit. Try to be careful because my hair will block the camera. It took me a few Roger Hornsby. Yeah, Lou Brock. I want to put the Automobile Night in there. I guess Big Mac. Let's see. Oh, it's tough because then you gotta like cut some people, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 so far. See, like I loved Willie McGee. Yeah. Alright, that makes 8. Pujols for sure. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'll work on that tomorrow. That one's not as... Oh, it's fine. This is a big ass canvas. I forget what I can. Oh yeah, my friend gave me see, I get the nice canvas when some other artist throws away their stuff. Some other artist gets frustrated with their process. I get to pick up. I want to poke at her. Maybe she's got other stuff. Oh man. Alright. Yeah, this guy's... I just gotta refine him. I think it's funny, like, I did, years ago, I got to be part of exhibition in Corpus Christi at their university, and one of my mentors like took a bunch of us with him, and I remember he took my work and he put it in grids, and that was like a trick I learned from him. That when you grid things, like they look powerful. There's a lot of people taught me cool stuff over the years. Hey, yeah, man, for sure. Hit me up. Thanks for chatting with me, man. It's often silent in here. So I appreciate it. I'm excited about the Cardinals piece too. All right, 3:30 a.m. Yeah, I should probably call it. That's pretty late. But thinking about the musing, whether I'm gonna do one, I should do one. All right, I think I got something. Okay, let's transition here. All right. Let's see. There we are.
Nightly musing. Whoa.
Of course I was muted. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna try that again. I think I was muted. Alright. Let's muse.
Nightly musing. Whoa.
Years ago, a mentor of mine, Kelly Gale Amon, he's an interior designer. He took a group of us to Corpus Christi for an art show. And in that art show, he did the layout and had something like 20 something pieces. But I just remember that he put them in grids and it just looked so cool. And I was just thinking about how over the years, how many nuggets that I've picked up. Even times where I listened to Ice Cube's talk about being in school and they made him take some class and how that affected what he did. But at the time, he said he didn't understand why they were doing any of it. So I think it's important to absorb from everything, every nuance. But that particularly left an impression on me. It's something that came up while I was doing the live stream because I've got a grid piece. I'm going to be doing some gridded pieces, but it harkens back to that. So yeah, inspiration is everywhere. That's my message.
Nightly musing. Whoa.
All right, we will roll in to see what I was doing in the studio here.
Triple Art P.
All right, so I was completely unprepared for you to come back, but well, everything's pretty raw. Well, there's a few finished ones, but we'll show the raws. The Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. Well, on a Big League chewing gum, bigger canvas than the others because he's the Big Hurt. So yeah, that'll be cool. And then I started this piece a few nights ago, but yeah, everybody from the famous 8 when they threw the World Series, and yeah, they're in a grid, which led to I like that format. I like that they look like mugshots. And my friend I love it when people chat at me. So I'll leave the live stream on, and I'm cool with just painting. But if you're up and you see me, it's cool because it well, one, it's lonely in here. Two, man, sometimes you push ideas along. So yeah, he was asking me about that one, and then he's like, you should do like Team Legends. I was like, that is a great idea. And so he's from St. Louis, and I was like, man, we'll do a Cardinal one. I've got to do a Cubby one after that though. But man, yeah, I'm looking forward. So we came up with a list, and that's what'll be on here. You can shake that. Yeah, I'll read the list. You know, Slaughter, Ozzie Smith, Bob Gibson, Stan Musial, Lou Brock, Mark McGuire, Yadi, and then Pujols. That'll that's who made the cut. I'm excited. That's pretty cool. And that's what I got. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna stop this before the battery cuts out on me. I will see you next time.
Triple Art P.
All right, I'm gonna go get some sleep. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, bebop.
Bebop.